Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Chimney Soul here again with another video. So, I just finished watching the Borussia Dortmund versus Monterrey game, and look, I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely sweating towards the end there. Um, Look, I know we don't have Nico Schlotterberg, but if we were still going into 2025 with Anton and Soul in our backline, we are BBQ we're cooked because Soul, I mean, he's not great at pressing. He's always gets beat by his man every single time. And I'm like, guy, excuse me, guy, we got a lot. Like, what's going on? Because um, the Monterrey guys, look, Monterrey don't know much about the Mexican league, but obviously they're. Like I always say, any team that's in the FIFA Club World Cup is there for a reason, and Monterrey is definitely one of them. Definitely a Mexican giant, but I mean, what like that goal that they scored was just that was that was Bundesliga 2 level defending from Borussia Dortmund, and Anton and Sul have no defensive awareness for being our center backs. That's a huge problem. And on top of the fact that they're just slow. Like we had a high line so high up. And I know that's how Kovac likes to play, but Sol and Anton are not fast enough to play that kind of high line. They're just not fast enough. So, look, we definitely escaped that. I can't lie. We cannot play like that against Real Madrid, or it's gonna be over by probably the first half. Now, um, another negative. Before we get to the positive, Joe Bellingham got a yellow card and he's suspended for the Real Madrid match. You know, was it a yellow? If I'm taking my bias out of it, he did get there late. I just think it was soft. I thought it was a foul. I just didn't think it was a yellow card. And that's where I'm like, come on, man. But it's unfortunate. He'll miss it. And we kind of saw how our midfield looked when Joe Bellingham came out and Julian Brandt came in. Just wasn't as smooth as that first half for sure. And Joe Bellingham he's a workhorse, like how his brother was when he was here. He defends, he attacks, he ball carries, he wins the ball. And him missing the game, like I know everybody's like, oh, sibling rivalry. Like I don't care about that. All I care about the fact that is he's easily one of our best midfield players, and he helps Mecca, um, kind of go higher up if he wants to, and that's gonna be something we won't get once he's been suspended. But that's all the negatives. Positives: Grassy, great goals. Near post, and then away from the keeper in that second goal. Him and Adeyemi were cooking that first 30 minutes. Unfortunately, it seems like Monterrey kind of like, I don't know what it was, but it kind of settled in a little bit better, and they definitely sat back and made it harder for Girassi to get that service from Adeyemi, from Pascal Grobe, Riarson, and all that kind of stuff. But regardless, the keeper from Mexico was making, or the keeper from Monterrey, my apologies, was making some amazing saves. I thought we should have easily won that, like 4-0 or 4-1, but that keeper was amazing. I can't lie. He stopped Gurasi from easily getting a hat trick. Adeyemi was amazing. Great assists, right? Can't say anything negative about him on that end. Riarson, pretty solid. Put some crosses in somewhat of a dangerous position. Pretty good. Svetsson, same thing. Pascal Grobe, Still putting in the work in midfield. Him, Mecca, and Joe Bellingham were pretty solid that first half. I can't lie. It definitely seemed to kind of wane towards the end of the first half into the second half, where Monterrey was definitely dictating the midfield more than we were, which ended up becoming an issue. Now to the back, Benson Biani. Look, I feel so bad for Benson Biani. Anton and Sul are so bad in helping coverage. Benson Biani, there's times where he's literally the last man to try to stop a 2v1 attack from Monterrey. Like, if I'm him, I am frustrated at Sul and Anton. It's a back three, guys. What is going on? It's supposed to be more stability back there, but we're getting cut wide open like butter. It's a huge issue. And then obviously Anton and Sul, not the best performance. Very below average of what they're capable of, which sucks because I just think that like the experience and players should still be there, with both of their ages, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if they can be saved. I can't lie. Gregor Kobel, great game. Great saves. He was on fire for sure. But he definitely kept the game away from Monterrey. If he wasn't on his heroics, we could have possibly lost this game. Now, I can't lie. Both keepers on both teams are phenomenal. And the fact that only 3 goals were scored in this game is a miracle. If we look at our stats here, so we had 3 shots on target. I think that one was when Girassi shot it. I think the keeper saved it. I thought we had more shots on target, but maybe that's all we had. But we had 6 shots in total. They had 14 shots, and 7 of them were on target. So quite a lot of saves from Kobel. Man, they had more possessions than us, more passes, better pass accuracy. Like, we had this. Okay. Look, we'll go back. Hold on. Julian Brandt. Even before I do player ratings, I got to talk about this guy. What is going on? What is going on with Julian Brandt? Why can Julian Brandt, as a number 10, you are a creative midfielder, losing the ball, stopping attacks, passing it to the other team so frequently? Like, what is happening? You are supposed to be our creative outlet, yet you are our destructive outlet. You are so uncreative. It's not even that he's uncreative. He's just losing the ball. He's kicking it away. I mean, what? There were so many times where, like Girassi was on. Like, he could have passed the ball to Girassi. And instead, he's, I don't know, just kicking it without, enough, fierceness in it. And it just, it ends up in the Monterrey, players' feet. Like, we got to step it up. Come on, man. What are we doing? Crazy. But yeah, that's probably a reason why we have such bad. I mean, look, 429 passes. They almost had 200 passes more than us, guys. Really? 200 more passes. That's insanity. Better pass accuracy. They had at least some more fouls. We had 2 yellows. They had 0 yellows. Wow, okay. 5 to their 2 of offsides and 3 corners. My goodness. If you looked at the stats, you would have thought that we should have definitely lost this game. I can't lie. But regardless, it's whoever scores more goals than the other team. And we did. All right, let's do player ratings. Girassi, like I said, phenomenal goals early on. Was quiet a lot of the second half, but, I mean, obviously his goals were the winners. So I'm going to have to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Adeyemi, this might be controversial. I think he was just as good as Girassi for us, and I'm going to have to give him a I'm gonna have to give him a 7.5, honestly, out of 10. Also, I can't lie. Riarson, pretty solid. Did his defensive duties, put some crosses in, like I said earlier, but nothing too crazy that I saw from him, especially the second half. Probably a 6 out of 10. Pascal Grobe, you could tell he was definitely trying to get some balls to Girassi, but it was definitely hard because of the low block that Monterrey had at times. But he was definitely trying. I have to give him probably like 6 out of 10 also, I guess. Mecca was okay. Nothing too special that stood out for me. I'm gonna have to go with a 6 also out of 10. Joe Bellingham, unfortunate yellow card to miss out against Real Madrid and to play against his brother, I guess. But yeah, not the smartest foul. He's still young, 19. He'll learn. I'll give him maybe 5.5 out of 10 just because of the yellow card. Svensson put some good goals in. Put in a shift. I'll probably have to give him a 6.5 out of 10. Soul, not the best defensive game from him. Was lackluster at times. Terrible goal to concede with him and Anton. I'm going to have to give him a 5 out of 10. Same with Anton, honestly. 5 out of 10. It was the same thing. Too slow. I mean, we got lucky a few times where the Monterrey players fouled Anton going into the box. If not, it could have been a tricky situation. Benson Biani definitely tried his best out of the defenders back there. I'd probably give him a 6 out of 10 also. And then we have Gregor Kobel. It's between him and Girassi for my man of the match. I'd probably give him an 8 out of 10 just because he didn't really do anything wrong. The goal really couldn't do much about. But I think he had 3 or 4 saves that definitely saved our asses. And then bench, Yan Kudo, put in the shift. Nothing too crazy from him. It was pretty solid. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Julian Brandt killed a few of our offenses, our counterattacks. Was misplacing a few passes, but had some pretty solid passes also. But I need more from our creative midfielder, man. I'm sorry. I know I'm hard on him, but you wear the number 10 in our club. You need to be better. I will give him, I guess, a 5.5 out of 10. And Sabitzer, yeah, he was okay. Nothing bad or good. Too much to say, so I'll probably give him about a 6 out of 10. Yeah, guys, so that's my ratings, my reaction, my review of the game. We play Real Madrid next, I believe, on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's in Miami. So I'm excited. We got to lock it up in our defense. Our offense is pretty solid, but our defense, man, we gotta figure something out. But come on, Dortmund. I think we can win this. If we can pass Real Madrid, I think we have a really good chance. PSG would be tough, but I think we could. Anyway, all right, guys. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm a small little channel trying to make it up. I do BVB content primarily, but sometimes I'll do Bundesliga. Sometimes I'll just do football content. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and later.